Which means the game will start in 30 seconds. Game 2. Mirror spots and civs to what was last time. Except obviously they flipped it up a bit. So according to plan, yeah, so we got Huns over here with Cebdos on Spain. We've got Goths with Cena over here on Africa. We've got Turks with MBL over here on Italy. We have Teutons on Greece. And we have Persians over on France and the Byzantine Empire over on England. So a strategy, I would expect. Now this is what I thought should happen last game. I thought red, the Persian player, should go on C. Blue should boom up back here with fish and then go fire ships to help him. And then the player over here should go C a bit just to defend his fish and boom up and try and kill the Turk player over here. But I could be wrong, just like last game. There was some interesting strategy decisions. Now we see Cebdos with the TC. Like last game, Rock had his TC way over here, and I thought he should put his TC next to the gold, and that's exactly what Cebdos has done. You do that so you can have access to both wood and gold. You don't have to make that mining camp, which costs 100 wood in Feudal Age. So if you're going C, that's a pretty big deal, that extra 100 wood. You could maybe put it towards dropping another dock or creating another galley or maybe your mill so you can get the market up to go up to Castle Age faster. So good TC spot for him. Cena made his lumber camp over here so he can make his TC in between the two wood lines so he has access to more wood, which is very nice from him. See MBL with a standard TC spot. Rock didn't do it over here, but did it over here. Made his TC within distance of the gold. It doesn't look like it was intentional, though. It looks like he was just trying to get near the wood. So I will laugh if he actually puts down a mining camp later. He is doing something very interesting here, though. He's going up to the top with a villager quite early to try and make his docks in a safe location up there. That's a really good strat, especially against MBL, who doesn't really have much Europe map knowledge and just assumes that like someone would dock in the standard location. So MBL probably won't scout and maybe will go water here. And he'll have 6 or 7 ships before he realizes that yellow hasn't made any docks in this location. I kind of don't want to listen or read Turkish the whole time, so I'm gonna, or Arabic or whatever the hell language that is. I'm gonna chat off those people. So yeah, Adrift has made his docks on the right-hand side, just like I thought. Red has made his docks here, so this whole team is gonna have their docks in this little water area here. I think it was what, the North Sea and the Baltic or whatever. So if they can keep that safe, that'll be very, very nice for them. And maybe they'll drop some docks in sneaky locations to make fire ships and kill the other team's fish. I don't know. We'll see. Second boar now from Cena. Making a house. Oh, made his dock in a weird location. Had to walk a long way for that, but it worked out for him, I guess. Taking the deer before he runs back to the TC. So standard dock spot from Cebdos as well. Cebdos is probably going to go see up towards this location. We'll see what Stryker is going to do. Hasn't dropped a second dock yet. There we go. Now the second dock coming up. If he goes C, they should be fine, because he should be able to hold off against a player that's so far away, way over here. Until his allies can support him with maybe some fire ships. So players should be starting to click up soon. MBL once again going for the deer. I don't agree with this. You could make another dock and more fishing ships, especially with an ally over here. Going for the deer, bit of a strange decision, to be honest. You could have those 4 villagers on wood instead of hunting. And you've already spent 100 wood on that mill. Second dock now from yellow. Gonna make a ton of fishing ships up here and just hope the other team doesn't scout that out. Hope the other team doesn't see. What does Cebdos see? Cebdos did not see that up there, although he might if he goes to wall in that area. Oh, sorry, I meant Stryker. Oh, Stryker is on the same team. I'm an idiot. I'm a complete idiot. Wow, Stryker's coming up here, so he already knows. Rock's already told him that his docks are up there, so that's going to be no surprise to him. On the way to the feudal age, Cebdos is going to get there first. No surprise considering he's Huns. Huns don't get the minus resources like they do in regular Nomad and Land Nomad games. They start with the same amount of resources as everyone else, so obviously they have quite a bit of a bonus at the early game. Cebdos's mill is just bothering me. The same thing happened last game with Rock. It's just so far away. I guess he was making the mill because he knows he needs a market, so he's got to make a mill. And he's just going to go fast castle, I guess. 3 galleys coming out. Almost has the res to go castle age. So he's going to be up to castle very fast. Going to go war galleys. Stryker, last one to hit the feudal age, has quite a few fishing ships here. 23 villagers. More or less the same as everyone else. Making a mill on the berries. Once again, what is it with these people in the mills? There's deer right here. Why make a mill on the berries? God damn. This is going to drop a market and a blacksmith soon. Cebdos already on the way to castle age, so going to be up much, much faster than Stryker. And I disagree with this strategy for blue to be going galleys. I don't think that's the greatest decision, considering he's Byzantines, and they have faster attack on their fire ships. Or more attack, rather. I think he should have just gone fast castle and then supported later. Cena coming up here as well with C. That's kind of the safe play, because if you lose C, you're at a big disadvantage. But in a normal game, I don't think, since this is tournament game, he's going to come up here and help green. But in a normal game, I think Cena would have just boomed without making any C at all. Now we see MBL. MBL made a couple ships. Yeah, see? MBL made a couple ships, made forward docks over here, and then scouted it out and figured that the docks weren't there. From yellow. And yellow has a lot of fish. Also going C. This is very interesting. I don't know why everyone feels the need to go C up here. Here comes green and purple. I feel like one person, red on C with blue fire ships could have defended this. But instead we have everyone and their mother going for war galley upgrade here. Everyone's now in the castle age except for MBL. I wonder, is that because you built a mill and you didn't build another dock to make fishing ships and you only built it later? Maybe. But he shouldn't be that far behind. He's almost halfway there now. Big fight coming in now. Yellow with war galleys. Blue still with just galley. The war galley research is coming in now, and that should be really nice from them, actually. And even Stryker coming out here with a few fire ships to soak up damage. Should be very, very nice. Stryker has quite a few fishing ships as well. Getting wheelbarrow, dropping 2 more TCs right away. 3 more TCs, so he's going to have a 4 TC boom with Persians with those fishing ships. which means he won't have to drop any farms anytime soon. Gonna hunt the deer as well, so that's why he made the mill up at the top.
Yes.
NBL's galleys doing their part up at the top here, but they are gonna get killed at some point. It's gonna get killed. He says go back as if his one galley is gonna make a difference. Doesn't even have fletching on it. 2 TCs now from blue. Probably gonna be dropping a third one soon. Cebdos with 3 TCs going for university, so he's gonna get blue 6 soon. Cena dropping the 3rd TC. His boom will be slightly behind reds, but ahead of blues. NBL with a forward castle going Janissaries. This is going to be very, very tough for yellow to stop. As Teutons dropping a town center now, probably not the best decision ever. I feel like he needs a castle to stop these Janissaries, or at least a siege workshop to stop NBL from pushing in here. They're heading back there. Cebdos has so many boats. You can see his military is up at 21. The next highest is Cena at 19, who's his teammate. So 17 and 16 from Adrift and Rocked. Might actually be enough to hold in this little choke point here. It's very, very difficult to push in from the left-hand side to push north here through this choke point, especially with some of these red docks that are Persian docks. So 3600 HP is going to be really tough to beat. NBL going for a fast Imperial almost all the way there. Gonna make Trebs. Has 2 siege workshops. Probably gonna make bombard cannons as well. And might actually get a sling coming into him. This is gonna be really, really tough for Rock. I think this might be the 2nd game in a row that Rock is gonna get almost defeated. And down to single-digit villager count. He must know he's in trouble right now. Just saw that Imperial Age upgrade come in. Has 2 monasteries. Smart job doing the stone wall across here. Kind of denying NBL from going in. But I don't know how he's going to hold this off once NBL gets a few bombard cannons pushing in. Once that TC goes down, it's going to be really, really tough for him. Meanwhile, on the other side, blue with quite a few ships going Imperial Age. Once he gets Imp, this battle over here might turn around. He's still producing a lot more war galleys, and he's coming out with fire ships, so he's going to go fast fire. And Byzantine fast fire very difficult to counter in Castle Age. Although saying that, Cebdos is on the way to Imperial Age right now. Stryker also on the way to Imperial Age. 97 villagers for him, so really, really big. Very, very big economy there, and he also has like 15 fishing ships. So if Stryker can get those Persian war elephants rolling, he might be able to do some damage. I see a couple siege workshops here. Could clear up NBL theoretically, even if he just went like Cavalier and Siege Ram. But NBL has already done his job. I mean, he's already basically killed yellow. Look at poor Rock here. Stonewall's not even going to hold up for very much longer. And he can't do anything to combat this. What is he going to do? He's just running everything. He's got 40 villagers, and most of them are going to die right here. Transporting away. So is he going to go... Where's he going to go? I don't know. Gonna go somewhere. So stables, yeah. Ram stables. Couple castles coming down as well. On this side, the Byzantine fire ships are doing work on these war galleys. Like, they're gonna have to go back. Those fire ships are just way too strong. Especially with more war galleys backing them up. The one thing about Adrift, though, only just now putting down his 3rd TC, only 58 villagers. So still a stronger economy than NBL, and they're both in Imperial Age, but in the long run, he's going to lose against Cebdos and Cena with many, many more villagers there at the moment. It's all about whether Stryker can do the damage. And this was the same thing last game. Stryker was in the boom spot. He was the Goss last game, and he didn't end up really doing anything with it. So hopefully he can get a bit of redemption here with the Persians. And I think MBL is going to have a big...
An enemy now.
Like, big problem on his hands. You can see right here. Oh my god. Man, is this deja vu? Rock is down to 17 villagers again. This is the second game in a row he's been completely wiped off the map. The one good thing for Rock is that he still has his fish, just like last game. MBL hasn't seen those. He does have a TC up here, which is very curious. But his main base is going to get wiped. His main base is going to get wiped. Over here on the other side, lots of fire ships from Adrift. Kind of want to see demo ships come out from the Huns and Goths, but I can't remember if Huns and Goths get heavy demo. I'm pretty sure Goths get heavy demo. And Cena sending a lot of villagers, might be trying to go land against Persians. So MBL is still at 43 villagers. Much better than Rock at 12. Trying to wall up here. Probably will. Don't know if Stryker's going to notice that in time. The quick wall against the siege ram. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to hold for very long. And I think MBL's dock actually might die here too as well, so...
Yes.
Might lose his fishing capability in a second. Let's see what upgrades are coming in from Stryker. Paladin upgrade coming in from Stryker. That is a lot of galleons. Holy. That is a ton of galleons from the other team. And Adrift's team really doesn't have anything to counter that with. They don't even care. They just sit right underneath the castle. They take the castle down. They don't care. So, Adrift's team is going to lose all their fish. Not the greatest thing ever, especially for Rock, who basically the fish is the only thing he has. Also has Persians. Losing your food economy is never good. You can see Stryker over here sending the Paladins into Spain, just streaming them right in. Actually did a decent enough job coming into the economy from Cebdos. But the Paladins are going to run into problems against Goths. So I'd love to see him just run like 10 Paladins into Stryker's, or sorry, into Cena's base here. Because those Paladins eventually will get cleared up by the Halberdiers. It's just how much damage he can do before that happens. MBL frantically quick walling here. He's at 42 villagers, and the Elite War Elephant upgrade coming out from Stryker. Very, very strong upgrade. Strongest unit in the game. And even Goths can't really stand up to that once you get the spam going. Stryker trying to lay down a bunch more farms to make up for his fishing ships. Kinda looks like the villagers bugged out there a bit though. And he's trying desperately to get into the economy from Cebdos. Hasn't come down here to try and get in Cena's economy yet though. On the top side, MBL holding on with those villagers. Also holding on here. Made another town center. And Stryker's just kind of ignored him for the moment. MBL's kind of out of the game. Stryker has moved on to bigger fish. Adrift is going banking. So I think Adrift is going to sling red. I mean, I guess that's all he can do at the moment, since he doesn't... Oh, he does have 110 villagers, so he might try and join him on land. Maybe he's just trying to sling him until he gets all the upgrades on his war elephants. Because right now, you can see the Goth player and the Hun player are managing to deal with this with just Halberdiers and Paladins. But if Red gets enough built up, then nothing can really deal with those elephants. The next couple minutes of the game will decide who's going to take this. Right now it's heavily slanted into MBL, Cena, and Cebdos' favor. But Stryker could theoretically, if he gets enough elephants, could do enough damage to really give Rock time to get back into the game. Rock's at 51 villagers, booming up here. And also give Adrift enough time to really get into the game here on land. But it doesn't really look like that's going to happen. See the Halberdiers dealing with those elephants quite nicely. Up at the top here, MBL still hanging on. Trying to boom back up. He's got 2 TCs, making a castle here, and he has actually a bunch of bombard cannons. So MBL is going to be killing the production units, or sorry, production buildings from Stryker, which is very, very bad for him. Stryker only has 5 castles now to produce these war elephants, and if he keeps ignoring this right over here, he's not going to have many castles left in the end. So he's laughing now, probably because MBL is still alive. Man, in Europe, 5 castles is not that many, especially when you really want to pump those war elephants. So they're arguing now. He's saying, you're telling us to ask Rez when you haven't won water. So they're not very happy with each other. Rock making Teutonic Knights, which is a good counter to these Halberdiers, but he's still in Castle Age. And he only has 66 villagers. His fish also died. So the majority of his food eco is dead, and now MBL is pushing in here. This looks like GG as soon as Red loses these castles, and yeah, so the Paladins from Cebdos are coming in now. They're going to raid Red's economy. And he's got nothing to counter this. Good job from MBL over here to hold on. He could have easily gotten wiped off the map, but he walled up, panic walls, and kept making these bombard cannons and pressured Red from the other side. Also, good job from Cebdos and Cena. They're a very safe play to go water and to come up here, but they ended up winning it. The strategy choices from the other team don't really like. That's 2 games in a row the Byzantine player has gone for C before Castle Age, and it seems a bit strange to me. But well played. It is now 2-0 for Cebdos, Cena, and MBL. Yeah, I mean, Red didn't even get that much sling there. MBL got more sling. And the reason he got the sling is because he stayed alive over there, so he could receive it and start building army back up again. So good job from him.